like we are going live. Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Box Mining. Today is a really important day because we're going to go through the battle plans of 2025. This is the strategy of how eventually everyone is going to make tons and tons of money. Because I don't know if you guys feel it, but I feel the momentum of 2025 is going to be beyond incredible. Honestly, beyond incredible. I can't even think of a better word other than beautiful. Beautiful. So guys, I know I haven't been streaming for a while, but I really want to get these important messages. So today I'm going to cover 5 key points, all right? This 5-point strategy of how I am setting up everything so that this year, not only am I very stable in terms of, making sure that my Bitcoin assets are great, but I'm going to talk about how I'm going to go beyond a stable strategy. I don't think this year is a stable year. I don't think a stable strategy is the only strategy I should be deploying this year. All right. Honestly, I can probably just sit back and say, yeah, I'm going to hold on to Bitcoin, maybe get like 30, 40%, make a bit of money and then just peace out. All right. That could be the lazy way. I mean, doesn't sound bad. Doesn't sound bad. Like, 40% of my money, peace out, relax, chill off somewhere. But no. This year, we're going to see massive explosions, not just on Bitcoin, but on a lot of altcoins. And altcoins is not, it's where the money is going to be made, honestly, because that's where the new innovation is going to be. And we're going to be capturing all of that on this channel. We've been on the frontiers of the very edge of crypto. We've been talking about all these new coins. We covered Ethereum when people called it was a scam, right? We covered VeChain. We covered Engine. We covered Injective. We covered the meme coins like Floki, right? These were not just 1-2x gains. These were in multipliers. Like Injective took like 100x multiplier. It took us to the moon. So this year we're going to find the next Injectives. That we're going to find the next multiplier-based coins. And that's what we're here in this video to cover. All right, we're going to not just cover how to set everything up, but I'm going to tell you I think it's very easy to just hype everything up, but I'm going to talk to you about like my more stable mindset going through everything as well. Like how I'm setting up safety points along the way so that I not only ensure that I get the top gains, but I also make sure that my assets are protected. One of the reasons why is because I've been in this space since 2016. I already have assets, right? So it's a little bit different strategy than what everyone's deploying, but I'll tell you like essentially how I am considering things. This is why it's not financial advice. I mean, of course, this disclaimer goes out, it's not financial advice, whatever, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm not your financial advisor. I'm really talking about how I am using the smart strategies to set up so I cover my ass but also make incredible gains. So, first and foremost, I want to welcome everyone back to the channel again. I mean, yes, I haven't been streaming for a while. All right, this is probably the first time you've been seeing that live stream click up. Seeing a lot of old faces. Like we got Elijah Killen here coming back. He says, I hope we check the rainbow chat. Hell yeah, we are. We got Llama666. We got BJJ. Man, Blade Runner. Guys, thank you for coming back. I know this is like the first time I've been doing things for a long time. And you guys probably were wondering, like, where has Michael been? Michael hasn't been streaming too much solo on this channel anymore. And you're probably thinking, yeah, Michael's probably retired off somewhere, has a nice place, going out eating fine foods, going out, traveling around the world, seeing things to his favorite places. And you know what? It's true. I've been a little bit more laid back these couple of months, just like enjoying life. But I'm coming back for one very big reason. So I actually met a lot of you guys out, actually, like Shanky Shagdev from our community, and a lot of people have been saying, you know what? Thank you, Michael. They got into crypto 2016, 2017. I meet them and they're like, man, Michael, I learned from you. And I bought in Bitcoin, $1,000 Bitcoin, $2,000 Bitcoin, $16,000 Bitcoin. They're all making tons of money, right? And I want that to continue in our community. I want every one of us to be sharing these stories, to be at the forefront. This is what we built our community on. And they found a lot of these massive gains. I've been talking to, especially at these crypto conferences, I got people recognizing me and these like basically be like, oh, crypto changed my life and you helped me. So I want to help you guys really grow your crypto knowledge and be at the forefront, be the leaders, be the smart guys in the industry that are raking the money. So that's why we're starting live streams. We'll probably do it like maybe once a week at the start. All right, so I haven't found a good schedule yet, but we're gonna do and follow this throughout this cycle. One thing I said to myself, 2025, it's not a sprint, guys. It's a marathon. We gotta start pacing everything and planning everything. That's what I'm really good at. That's what I like. I like planning out a strategy. And then when those strategies work, holy shit. Oh my God, you'll see the moon and beyond. So guys, thank you guys for tuning in. Give us a shout out, see who we are. All right. I'm also, this is a little bit weird, but I've been also trying to learn how to talk a little bit more. So I'm changing my style a bit. So give me some feedback on the style. I feel like this is new year, new me. So why not, right? Why not change the style and then, talk a little bit differently. And I haven't done streams for a while. So, bit rusty, but, I like starting. I like going YOLO in. So as always, smash up the guys, guys. Make sure you guys tune in for this entire season, 2025. Big year ahead of us. So Angela Wang coming in as well. Hi. We're gonna make some admins too. These guys, I know these guys. I'm gonna add as moderator, standard moderator. Everyone I recognize, I'm gonna throw you guys a moderator position, all right? Because you guys are the leaders. You guys are the leaders of tomorrow. You guys are smart people. Elijah Killen, smart, all right? You know what's up. You know what is up. All right, your style is sick. Nice, thank you. I like it. This year we're gonna go out strong. All right. I feel like this year, I think in the past, the biggest change in style, I feel like it's in the past I've been very like conservative, like, oh, if you do this, maybe, it's just, this could be good. This year we're gonna go strong because that's what I have been doing. I've been deploying capital like it's nobody's business. I've been spending my own money. Right? If that's the easiest thing to do actually. Like, if you're in crypto, it's not easy to make videos every day. Right? That's not easy. But what's easy is finding good projects, throwing money at them, and just sitting back, chilling, and just saying, "Whoa, shit, yeah, good, thank you for making money." And I've been doing that too. I saw a lot of project leaders that, I've invested money in. I'm like, you know what? Thank you. Thank you. You guys did a great job. Because they took projects to the freaking moon and beyond. Like Injective, thank you. All right, thank you very much. Thank you. Talk to the Fame guys, thank you. You guys been doing great. So yeah, so Neil says he is alive, very much, living a beautiful life. So guys, all right. Without further ado, thank you guys for coming in. Let's really take a good look at our strategy for this year. Let's take a look at the market first and where we're at. Our positioning on the market, all right? Let's take a look here. So my favorite. This is the fan favorite, and this is what I look at. Ledger Killen knows. He knows Bitcoin rainbow chart. This is the big picture, all right? Big picture. What's happening in this for a long time? How this works is that this chart is a logarithmic chart. It basically scales up 10 times every graph, but you can see it's on an upward scale. And we draw this little rainbow to show where we're kind of at. And you can see that we had multiple cycles where we go up and then we go down. Go up, we go down. And right now, we are at low levels, all right? Bitcoin's been going up and it's at low levels. Look at where we can potentially go, all right? If this cycle, all right, maybe here, maybe mid-year, if we reach the bubble territory, holy shit, look at these numbers, all right? $800,000 for Bitcoin. That's insane. That's actually insane. And honestly, look, I actually did something stupid today. But I actually rewatched the Trump speech that he gave on Bitcoin. A very interesting speech. All right, I rewatched this thing this morning. That's very interesting because I want to know what this guy's thinking. Right. A little bit old, but like I just kind of rewatched it, kind of see what he's probing. What's interesting is that under Trump, under Trump before, Bitcoin made 4,000% gains. 4,000%. You look at that? Unbelievable. But under Biden, 50%. Right? So if we have a 4,000% gain on Bitcoin, that's even beyond what this chart can measure. 4,000%. Obviously, Bitcoin was a small asset back then, right? So it has more potential growth. But 4,000%, can you imagine that? 4,000% takes us to $4 million for Bitcoin. Whew, that is insane. So this is why I'm planning out the strategy, because I know that if Bitcoin moves, everything is going to move. This entire industry is going to move. We're going to move in the right direction. We're the winners here. So why don't we join that winner's circle? Now that really pulls out to the first part of my strategy. It's going to be super obvious to anyone here. Bitcoin, okay? Bitcoin is our bread and butter. I know YouTubers are tired of talking about Bitcoin. They're like, oh yeah, Bitcoin, great. We're watching a Bitcoin channel. Everyone knows about Bitcoin. All right, but I actually put a lot of money where my mouth is. I actually bought a lot of Bitcoin over the past year, and including this year. Right? The reason why is Bitcoin is the biggest mover. Easy. The problem here is that politicians might not know about other coins, but Bitcoin, that's the flagship. So strengthening my position on Bitcoin has been very pivotal this year. On top of that, of course, it's not just about Bitcoin strategy. It's about the Bitcoin narrative. All right. What's interesting about Bitcoin is that Bitcoin itself, it's a little bit boring. Right? It doesn't have smart contracts. It doesn't have all the fancy new stuff. But it's coming. It's coming. It's growing. And the Bitcoin narrative is something that I've been paying attention to throughout the whole of last year. So what does this include? This includes something like Core. All right, Core DAO. I'm mining that. Core DAO. Simply said, and this is like, for me, it's like risk-free. Honestly, for me, I view this as like a risk-free, and I've been talking about this for a while, but a lot of people don't really fully understand what's happening here. Let me go. It's actually staking, but I just want to ecosystem. Oh, God. They're staking Core DAO. All right, this thing. I've been sneakily farming this non-stop. All right, staking. Let's just look at the percentage here. So I'll be farming. You know me. I can't be a farmer forever. Bitcoin rewards, 8%. Hey, if you hold Bitcoin and you get 8% on your Bitcoin per year, why not, right? On top of that, they're building so many things. So not only am I getting 8%, but I'm on the rocket. All right, I'm getting more and more core every day by just simply putting my Bitcoin with them. And what's interesting about this is like, if you guys are OG Bitcoiners, and this is really for people who have held Bitcoin for some time. What's interesting about the staking is that this staking contract is just a lock. You don't actually give them your Bitcoin. You just lock your Bitcoin up. You just say, hey, yeah, I'm not gonna touch my Bitcoin 6 months. I actually did that. I just said I'm gonna lock it 6 months. I started off with 2 weeks. Then I said, oh yeah, this locking contract thing, it works. All right, it's good. I tested it. I did my test. The conservative thing. Do the test. Test it. 2 weeks works. 1 month, cool, works. I like it. 6 months, boom. All right, click that in. Lock that in. 6 months. Get my Bitcoin rewards, or get my core rewards rather. And one thing I do have to say is that you do have to have a little bit of core. So I'm maxing my boost here. I'm taking a little bit of risk on core. I bought some core. I put that in. I did the calculator thing. Boom. And you can put like 20 Bitcoin. You actually need like to max boost. You actually need like 20K core. It's a little bit of investment, but I invested that inside. Why not? Because I know that the ecosystem is going to grow. Why not? The Bitcoin's going to grow. Bitcoin narrative is going to grow. It's like 1 + 1 is 2. For me, that's easy, right? For you, obviously, you have to take account how much Bitcoin you have, if it's worthwhile or not. But for me, I have Bitcoin. I'm holding Bitcoin full on the narrative. Why not? Next up, Rootstock. This is like the promised land for Bitcoin. Yet again, making Bitcoin better, building smart contracts on Bitcoin. Why not? Pay attention. Pay attention to what they are building. It's not, I think it's like a lot of people, they don't understand how powerful that Bitcoin movement is going to be. But when it does ride, it's going to go. It's going to be billions of capital moving. Because why? Because the market cap of Bitcoin is almost $2 trillion. $2 trillion? 1 or 2% moves into Rootstock, 1 or 2% moves into your core projects. Holy shit. That's a lot of money. Billions of dollars coming in. It's going to go up, right? So that's where I'm positioning things. I get my core ready. I get my Rootstock ready. I get all these Bitcoin narrative projects ready. And this also includes your runes. This includes, it's not super hot now, but once it starts becoming super hot, right, you need to learn about all these things and use them. In fact, at the start, I was actually a little bit scared using all these new things with Bitcoin. I've been using more Ethereum for a while. I wasn't really used to how Bitcoin contracts and Bitcoin locking works, the mechanics behind Bitcoin. What's Taproot, right? Like how these Taproot wallets work. How does the op return work? These things were like, oh, cool. I haven't seen this for a while. It's a little bit scary. But I learned all these things. I relearned all these things because I knew that Bitcoin narrative is going to take off, and I need to know everything about Bitcoin narrative to make the smart plays. So even if you're not fully investing in Bitcoin, you got to know the little details in there because it's going to make a difference. Blade Runner says, I would never risk my Bitcoin. I can't risk that. You know what? I said that too, but 8%, but it was actually bigger before. It was like last few months, it was actually at 16. That was a big, better show. 8% is still okay. Still okay. 10% still okay. But back in the day, it was like 26 at one point. I was printing, getting thousands of dollars per day. So yeah, I don't see why the risk is that big. There's more. This I would say is less. This you're not risking your Bitcoin. You're probably just risking core. But because it's a lock that's based on you're not giving them Bitcoin. You're not staking them like Ethereum, where you're staking them into a smart contract. This one is a simple lock, so I don't really see any risk in that. It's just locking up your Bitcoin. But yet again, do your own research on that. It's a rather big difference. You're not bridging your Bitcoin. You're not sending it on Ethereum. You're just like locking it on the Bitcoin network. So that's why I decided to stake my Bitcoin. I felt like, okay, I tried this multiple times. Every time it worked, and then every time it was safe. It was a little bit scary looking at the contracts and doing the operations. There's actually a good guide on that if you look at the docs, like what to watch out for and making sure your wallet works with that. That was actually quite involved, staking on core, and then how what to watch out for. There's an op return function that you have to look out for. So you have to confirm there's an op return output when that happens, and you just test it, blah blah blah, whatever, right? But once you test it and you realize, okay, it's just on Bitcoin network. It's not even on Ethereum. You're not bridging it. You're not sending it to anyone. You have no custodials. It's still sovereign. You still have this signing key. It's just once the time lock expires, you take your Bitcoin out, which is why I was going into this. So Bitcoin narrative. For me, I would classify, for me personally, this is low risk. All right, this is low risk. This is just like putting my Bitcoin, making sure I get some money out of it. And honestly, the other issue is I find I love Bybit, right? Bybit as an exchange. But if you're placing your Bitcoin on Bybit, right, you're still risking that too, right? It's on an exchange. We know exchanges have issues, right? And what's Bybit giving? They're only giving 0.8%. You get 8% here on your Bitcoin. So why not? So that's number one. Number one, Bitcoin narrative. Bitcoin itself, strengthening that position. And then, of course, making sure I collect the power-ups along the way. All right. I think that's the extra bit I'm doing that's beyond the normal holder. The normal holder is just sitting there, one Bitcoin this year, one Bitcoin next year. Great. Right? Bitcoin's going up. But for me, it's one Bitcoin today, next year, 1.08 Bitcoin. A little bit more. But hey, that little bit matters, right? Compounds over time. So that's one thing I'm doing that's a little bit extra. Joe says not your keys. It's actually your keys still. You're actually signing it with your own wallet. You're never giving up your key as well. So yet again, look into it, guys. I know you guys, if you're a hardcore Bitcoiner, you guys know what's going on. Not your keys, not your crypto, but you actually sign it. No one else has countersigns that signature. So I'm not hard shilling this one. This is just something I'm doing myself. You don't have to touch it, but if you research it, you figure out, oh yeah, it's still your keys. It's just you're time locking in Bitcoin. And Bitcoin network just says, okay, after an amount of time, return your stuff. All right, number one. That's number one thing that's going on. We have a question from Saint Morta, says Bybit or Binance? Really, really good question. I think I just want to answer this question really first before we start moving on. I use both. I use both Bybit. I'm on Binance. I know in some jurisdictions it's not allowed, but luckily for me, I have access with corporate. That's one thing you should look into as well. Unfortunately, because of how the world works right now, individual access is very restricted. But once you open up a corporation, you actually get access to a lot more trading opportunities. This is a side hack, all right? Because you're not registering as an individual, you're registering as an entity. There's a lot of legal ramifications, different legal structures for this. So if you are big into Bitcoin, you should look into how to set up your own company, etc., your holding company, etc. But if you're just starting, individual is fine. You're trading as yourself. Just look at what jurisdiction you fall under and what exchange works for you. For me, my primary exchange now is actually Bybit because there's a lot more coins on there. So I actually prioritize Bybit over Binance. You know, CZ, I love you. All right, CZ, I love you. I met you before, like many times, had interviews, love you. But at the same time, you're not listing coins fast enough. Bybit's way faster. All these new coins, where are they trading? Bybit, right? CZ, come on, right? Don't think of yourself as the king here. You got to list more coins. You got to get people on board, right? Right? You got to get more opportunities. So yeah, so Bybit. And one of the reasons why I trust the Bybit a lot now is because I actually went to their office. You can see the full video there. Box mining, Bybit. These guys are aggressive, like this guy. All right, this guy, not a flattering picture. Not a flattering picture of this guy. I should have chose a better one. All right, sorry Ben, I should have chose a better picture of you, but that's a real picture of Ben. But I flew to Singapore, checked out their offices. Really nice office, beautiful office. Multiple floors. He just took me around, showed me everything. They're not gonna run away. All right, they found their best place. I'm sad they're not in Hong Kong. All right, I'm sad they're not in Hong Kong. Singapore. They're just in Singapore office. All right, they should be in Hong Kong. They should like regulation. Right, just more favorable regulation there. So yeah, there's multiple stories. Lots of engineers. They're building so fast. So darn fast. They're listing coins faster. They have more products faster. They're just aggressive. Right? Binance is playing it safe. Binance is like, yeah, chill. Right? They got US on their side now. Right? They paid their fines. They got the US. They paid the protection fee. Bybit, they're just going faster. They're going faster than everyone else. So if you want fast, more coins, Bybit. Referral code down below. I know everyone shills this, but I know probably you guys all have Bybit too, so I'm not gonna overshill it too. So yeah, Llama666 thinks Bybit has much better reach now. They also have a better policy for like parking coins there. Bybit Earn. So I actually use Bybit Earn quite a bit for anything that I'm just kind of parking. It's like I got coins. I don't know where to put them. Put them in Bybit. Right. One thing to just note as well that they're a little bit sneaky about their earnings. So like if you just park it there, you get like certain APY rewards on flexible. I always put on flexible. Okay, this is just a me thing. That means I can pull it out at any time. Right. So if I have some spare USDT, I just put it on there. Right. Flexible savings, and just look at the fine print a little bit. It says 10%, but it's actually 5.2%. Right. This is just because. Like if it's more than 500 USDT, you have less. All right, it's just bad. I actually think it's bad marketing. Like I feel like they should put 5.2 because you guys all have more than 500, right? So, anyways, yeah. So 5.2, that's what you're looking at. 5.2 on my USDT, better than nothing, right? If I put it on my chain, ain't nothing. So, but you just have to just be careful, right? Be careful. But honestly, that's where I'm at with things right now. And also, of course. When the trading goes mad, this interest rate actually goes up like really high. This I had like 30% once, and I was just like, wow, that's great. All right. Next up, let's see the next strategy. All right, let me look at my list here. Strategy number 2. This is one that you guys are gonna love. This is for everyone here. For everyone. Everyone should be looking at airdrops. All right. This sounds stupid. This sounds obvious, but we have an entire channel dedicated to airdrops now. I mean, if you haven't seen this before, we have a sister channel called Alpha Drop, and we have a whole list. All right, Alpha Drop. So we have a whole list. It's focused on airdrops. All right, lots of videos. We're actually pumping up. This is my team here. We got Martin, we got Ron, non-stop talking about airdrops. All right, quite simply why airdrops works and why it's worth your time regardless of who you are. All right, so if you're new to crypto, amazing, because you don't need to spend like a dime. A lot of the times it just requires you to do a few actions. Go on this website, join the community, join their Discord, play around, stress test them, help them out for free. But when they launch, they give you free coins. All right, that's why we're here. All right, we're here holding out our bags and saying, hey, sir, can I have some free coins? All right, free coins. I love free coins. Why not? And just an example, right? This is an example of free coins. All right, this is something that we put, and this is a good story for you guys, especially if you're new. Okay, ZK Sync. This is really interesting because box mining. Because we did this video literally a year ago. ZK Sync. All right, step by step, how to join the network, how to trade a little bit, create some on-chain evidence that you're using them, using their DeFi, playing around with them, being part of the community. How much would I get? I got $4,800 worth of airdrops just from simply doing this. This video took like 8 minutes to film, or it's an 8-minute video. It showed you all the actions here. Hey, 8 minutes, $4,000. I don't think anywhere can beat that. Did it require a little bit of money? Yes. Okay, so it required around 20. I think I moved around $100 to the chain, played around a bit. But you probably can do it for far less. I was just being like, whatever, put money in, whatever, try it out. And what was really incredible, and this is one of the stories I want to share with you guys here. I know I shared this on Alpha Drop, but I want to share this story with you guys too. What was interesting was a viewer actually reminded me, you got to claim your money. You have like money that they gave you and you haven't claimed it yet. I was like, whoa, really? Let me go check. I checked it out. Oh yeah, I got $4,800 worth of money there. Great, it's listed on Binance, good. All right, took that money, sent it to Binance. Job well done, thank you. I also tipped them too. I was like, yo, yeah, thank you for telling me, thank you. Here's a tip, all right? Happy, everyone's happy. And then, yeah, it's great. Got free money, not much effort. And this is why this year we're really focused on that, because I know that if you are new to crypto and you haven't really touched this, then this is very low risk in terms of money invested. You don't have to pay money for them. You just have to spend time. I know time is very valuable. I know you guys want to watch TV and stuff, but if there's any time to stop watching TV and stop playing video games, like now is the time, right? You want to play video games for 3 hours a week? Nah, stop that. Come do your airdrop farming. It's a little bit like work. It's a little bit like hoping, but the rewards are really worth it. And the strategy with airdrops is not just 1 or 2 airdrops. You got to farm quite a few, because not all of them are going to give you money, right? Not all of them are actually going to give you some of them are going to be cheap. Some projects are like, they don't value the community. Well, then what do you say? Screw you, get out. Like, I got more. I'm going to spend more time there. And the scary part of that is that airdrops work, right? Box mining / spreadsheet. So, oops, not .com, sorry, .org. So this is a link. I'll put the link down below for you guys as well. But we are building this spreadsheet up really aggressively with the top airdrops that are coming into play. So right now I do have to apologize. Ron's a little bit, slow on updating the newest stuff. You gotta watch the newest videos, right? This is when you have to spend your time. You gotta watch the latest videos, research it, find the best strategy for those airdrops, and then farm away. Because we know that when communities are being built, communities need to be rewarded. All right, no one does stuff for free. All right, you spend your effort, you click your buttons, you do your transactions, you try your DeFi, we get rewarded. Easy as that. And we know that the easiest way to build a community is to give airdrops. This is like a fact now. It's not an opinion, it's a fact. You have to grow your community. Tell any project leader that. I always tell project leaders that. You gotta grow your community, you gotta pay them, right? And then that's how airdrops work. So this channel, Alpha Drop, you guys gotta pay attention to this channel. Alpha Drop. We're making videos, around 3 videos a day. I know it's a little bit too much, all right? But that's what it needs. This is the time intensive one. And also I have to say, if you've been around for a while, all right, you may think, oh my God, I want to be lazy. I don't want to do this. I thought that too, honestly. I thought, oh yeah, I got money already. I don't want to farm from scratch. I don't be begging and say, sir, can I have some more airdrops? But the issue here is that if you don't learn about what's new coming up, you're not going to be a winner. Simple. Airdrops tell you and they inform you about the community. If they introduce you to everything new that's happening. So even if you're a veteran, start looking at airdrops. Don't be stubborn, all right? Don't be stubborn. This is 2025, all right? Stubbornness gets you no money, all right? So watch that. Protolus says he's calling out Ron, LOL. Yeah, Ron's working his ass off. This is why, also it's also my fault, okay? Not just his fault. I'm gonna say I have some part to play in this. You know, I'm saying guys, stream twice a day. You know, stream twice a day. He's gonna spend like 4 hours preparing for the stream. You know, 1 hour preparing, 1 hour streaming, 1 hour preparing, 1 hour streaming. That cuts his day down, right? So that's why we have a new schedule on Alpha Drop. We're gonna be just watch this community update, but we have a new schedule on Alpha Drop. We're gonna do solo streams just like this. Well, you know, one person streaming, and the other person can actually do some work for you guys, right? So yet again, time optimization. So we're trying to make sure that Ron has the time to do everything. I want to give a big shout out to Martin as well. He's the newest addition to the Alpha Drop team. Dude's working hard, man. He was here till midnight last night, and then he was here 9 a.m. this morning to start streaming, right? That's how, if you're getting started, honestly, I'm sorry to say this is like hard to take, but working hard will get you rewards. It's not easy to work hard, but working hard will get you rewards. Simple. And that's the first thing I actually told Ron, actually. Like, I started to throw you Ron out multiple times. I know. I love you, Ron. But Ron, you know, like he was playing games sometimes, right? Video games. I love video games. You know me. I love video games. But last year was great for video games, you know? I played, like, I'll throw myself on a bus, you know? I played Final Fantasy VII, finished the entire game, 80 hours. But 80 hours could be spent airdrop farming, right? That 80 hours could be converted into $80,000. Right? How expensive is that, you know? Think about it. $1,000 an hour? You know, do you want to play video games or make $1,000 an hour? Simple. Right? And Ron got a lot of airdrops last year. Ron actually listened to my advice. He got a lot of airdrops. Right? This year, he's a different man. You can actually tell by the videos. We were looking back at old videos. He wasn't very enthusiastic. He was just like, yeah, he's following orders. He's like, yeah, Michael told me to farm some airdrops. Yeah, cool, I'll do it. During work hours, sure, go back home, play some video games. Now it's different. Now it's different. He's like, he goes back home, he farms those airdrops. He's got a routine going on. So yeah, so make sure you pay attention to airdrops, because also for me, I actually benefited a lot from airdrops just by simply learning about everything that's going on. K Hubble says, turns out boomers are right. Working hard yields value. Damn. It's, you know what? The strategy here is work smart and hard, right? Work smart and hard. Then you triple those gains. You 200x those gains, right? That's what our team's doing now. We're working hard and we're working smart. Or really, you could take the lazy approach too. I mean, if you just want like 20-30% gains, yeah, buy Bitcoin, go for it, right? Then you can sleep. Buy Bitcoin and sleep. That's works. It works. It worked. You know, like this is why this is one of the best industries. It's like the stupidest analogy was like, it was kind of funny. I was watching that speech, right? Like, you know, Trump's an old man, right? It was Trump's speech talking about crypto, Bitcoin. He's like, this is like the steel industry 100 years ago. Yes, it is. This is the gold mining industry of 100 years ago. So if you guys feel like, yeah, I can't make money in this world right now, well, come here. Come here, come to crypto. Buy Bitcoin at any point of time here. Yeah, if you bought it last year, here, you'll be making money. Big money too. If you're a monkey, you pick any time, you buy it, you're gonna be making money, right? Easy as that. So, yeah, let's see. Let's see some comments right there. Next up. I know. And guys, give me some feedback too, because like, one thing I found about this channel is like we have a lot of viewers from before, from new, before, old. Tell me what you guys are interested too, because we're kind of trying to position Box Mining channel somewhere. I feel like Alpha Drops is like anything we say, like Alpha Drops, we just say anything because we feel like this is like the bleeding edge. You guys are warned, this is a bleeding edge, right? But here, I sometimes don't know, should we go like hardcore, deep into crypto? Should we go new, old? Tell me what style I should be catering for. Tell me what your needs are. All right, because I want to make this channel for you guys. That's why I'm back. It's for you guys. Enjoy Alpha Drops, seeing them both grow. And this is a good year for us too. I think last year was a very struggling year. Last year was a really struggling year, actually. We got banned by YouTube like 3 times. We had a channel called Box Mining Plus. That got banned because of violations. We're just talking about crypto, guys. We're just talking about crypto. Then we appealed, didn't work. We got Alpha Drop. Alpha Drop actually got banned too. And we appealed and it worked. This is like absurd. Absurd, like literally absurd. Like we've been building the stuff we've been talking about. None of the stuff that we talk violates Bitcoin YouTube policies, but we got banned multiple times. Box Mining Plus, Alpha Drop, and then we started a new one called like Crypto Squad or something like that. Just to like we're playing cat and mouse with YouTube for no apparent reason. But this year is different. This year that regulation, we're seeing huge changes in how America is treating Bitcoin and every policy around that. It's actually very, very interesting because like just recently, Mark Zuckerberg just said, hey, all those DEI policies about, limiting people's right to speak, those went too far. So this year, I think it's going to be a great year. I feel a lot of confidence this year, just simply from the YouTube front, because I know that YouTube is going to adopt the same policy, right? If Meta's going to do that, they're not going to ban us anymore. Free speech, baby. All right. So next strategy. All right, this is gonna be interesting. AI. I know everyone's gonna talking about AI. This is AI. The explosion is just nuts. And why? Because we know that the entire industry is changing. And the best part about this, right? The best part about this is that previously the AI coins in crypto, they weren't that good. They weren't that good. Right? We've been talking about it for a while, but now we have AI agents, and that's really changing the game because AI agents, they could be autonomous and they can even have currencies, right? So that integration is making a lot more sense now. So something like Fame. So let's take a look at Fame. Fame is something that we talked about before. Fame. I talked to the team quite a bit, but Fame is very interesting because they launched. AI was okay. They knew they were doing influencer AI, but they went into the slump because AI wasn't too hot. But look at them now. Look at the explosion in terms of growth. Look at that. Just look at that. Simply said, like 30 days, 300%. Insane. And then we got some other crazy stuff like Genopets. This is very interesting, and this is a trend I'm gonna see. All right, Genopets are focused on like pets before, but all of a sudden now their newest announcement, their newest features are all about AI agents. The new era's here. Every project is gonna jump on that bandwagon. So you gotta pay attention. Not only you gotta pay attention, but there's so much integration possible. The biggest on obviously is virtuals. All right, virtuals really took it to the next level because they made a marketplace for all these AI agents. This is why they are currently at a 3.6 billion fully diluted value. Insane. Virtuals, look at that. Wow. They have a whole marketplace for these AI agents. What I'm doing right now is I'm looking at new ones, which is why I'm really refocusing back on Fame. We were on the Fame train, and then something that I really like, the team called me and said, what advice can you give us? What advice can you give us to improve? I'm gonna say optics. You guys talk to like people like us, creators. You guys get opinions, but you guys gotta talk more to the community. And they've been listening, which is why I like them. They've been listening. Their Twitter is just blowing up. They've been posting tweets nonstop. They've been creating content nonstop. They've been updating their website, new features coming soon. This is why it's actually really exciting. It's listed on Bybit. It's small market cap, huge potential. Huge potential on this. Why? Because they're doing work. They're creating new frontiers. They're looking at what's successful, building more, but then more importantly, they're communicating more. This is what you need in crypto, right? This is the one thing that a lot of projects don't understand. A lot of people don't understand is they don't understand you gotta talk to your community, you gotta build with the community. And that's the most powerful aspect of crypto. So one of the things, like why we start box mining. Because when we get community feedback, we get it early, it makes products for people. And that's why they have a competitive edge over every other AI project out there, because they can engage the community. They can get you guys to do free work. All right. Sounds a little bit bad, right? Sounds a little bit bad. Free work, right? But why not? Crypto community members do a lot of free work to support a project. And that's what makes a traditional company fail. Well, that's what makes a Web3 company succeed and a traditional company lag behind. Because Web3 companies engage the communities early. They have tokens out early. The community members early. The community members will do anything to help that project grow. So that's what I'm saying to that team, and that's why they are so aggressive. They're listening, right? I like people who listen. Right? You listen, you win. You don't listen, you fail, right? Win giveaway. Saint Morta says win giveaway. I'm listening. Giveaway's coming. All right, I'll load that up. I'm not the biggest fan of doing I love giving out money. I don't mind, right? But I don't like the admin work. So I'll get Martin to do it. This is why I have a team now. I got other people to do the stuff I don't like doing. I don't like going through the sheets and saying, and then people whining about like, do I qualify? Do I not qualify? I'll get them to make it right, and I'll make these giveaways good. Crypto Grit says, I sent you an email about getting back box mining plus you never replied me. Hey, Crypto Grit, thank you for being a good community member. I will check your email. If you can send me the email that you sent contacting me with, I'll check it, because I would really like to get box mining plus back too. Box mining plus banned, destroyed by YouTube for nothing. We did the right thing, got banned for it. So I would love to have it back. But one thing that's about my team, we're persistent. They ban us, we make it again. They ban us, we move to another platform. They ban us again, we create another one. We're like cockroaches, we can't die. And that's crypto. That's the crypto spirit too. All right? As Bitcoiners, we got persecuted. We got put on the stake. All right? But we persevered. We survived. And not only did we survive, we prospered. All right, so last one, AI agents. We got Fame. We talked about Fame. We've talked about Genopets. Last one. All right, this is interesting. This is my thing. This is my favorite, which is farming. All right, farming portal number 1. You're not gonna like this. It's a little bit hard. Pendle. Why? Pendle is the best indicator for what is hot right now. So this is how I use this, all right? So Pendle has a points market, and it has all these opportunities, and then you can see what's kind of giving you the best farming. So top down level first is that I do have crypto. I have quite a bit of crypto, and I want to make sure that the crypto is working for me, all right? So this is a repeating theme. This is how I did it in 2020, and it worked really well, honestly. All right, the farming in 2020, phenomenal. That was like 40% an hour. Right? Those are the crazy days. Like you put $100 in, tomorrow we got $140. Now, not so much. Now it's a little bit more rough. All right, it's a little bit more rough. Now you're expecting maybe like 10% a year. All right, very different times, very different times. But what's kind of interesting with the farming scene is that there's points markets to tell you kind of where particular projects can be going. We talked about projects like METH, Mantle ETH, and getting cook tokens from it. We talked about bridging to different chains like Manta, or bridging chain your coins to, what was that again? Blast. Bunch of these. What was confusing about them is that we didn't know which ones were gonna pop and which ones were really, the hype, and what was doing well. But Pendo gave I'm using Pendo to find kind of where the good APY is and where things are going. So yet again, it's a little bit hard to understand. I'm not fully using all the features here, but I'm just kind of saying, oh yeah, okay, CMETH, they're giving 9% here. Let me take a look, all right? Or maybe the Bitcoin, the Liquid Bearer BTC. This is something that I'm actually looking into recently, but I actually did the other one. I did the Babylon one. So by looking at what's kind of there and what the yields are, that's when you get the idea of what's popping. So I kind of feel like this is like a bleeding edge leaderboard for all the yield projects that's out there. So take a look. Basically, then you go into the project, you take a look at the project. It's kind of like a starting off point for research. And guys, my biggest question here is like, how much should I talk about yield farming? Because yield farming works a lot better when you have more money, okay? If you have like $100 and you yield $10, cool story, bro. That's not even enough for gas fees. But if you have $1 million and you yield $100,000, that's a different story, right? So tell me where you guys are at, all right? Tell me where you guys are at, and tell me where, if this is interesting for you as well. Because for me, it's really interesting because I do have the money to actually farm, right? But if you don't, tell me, all right? Not everyone has money, all right? Llama666 says, I'm more of a copy pastafarian than a cockroach religious. Oh, I love you guys. I love you guys. Llama666 says, oh, Michael, you're spilling the secrets now. This is the secrets channel. This is the secret channel. This is where we get the alpha. This is where we share actionable, smart crypto, right? Because there's a big difference, all right? If you're dumb crypto, it works. Don't get me wrong. Dumb crypto works. Buy, hodl forever. Works really well. Look at Bitcoin. Max, buy, you hodl, works great. But if you want the edge, yeah, come here. Come here, guys. Come here. Never tell your parents you watch this. Everything with the Memecoin. And memes are going to be great this year too. I mean, that's for sure. We did a video previously about the top narratives. I would definitely recommend you watch that to supplement this too. I mean, there's too much to cover. But we did a 3-part series on box mining about the narratives that's going on. So you should find out what's kind of like, what tickles your fancy. That was like our latest videos, like 1, 2, 3. So yeah, I'll fix the thumbnails. I feel like thumbnails on this channel is a little bit lacking. Yeah, we gotta hire a graphics guy. But holy crap, man, guys, this year meme coins. All right, simply said, okay, this is gonna shock you guys because I made videos before, and if you guys follow my channel for a while, you're probably saying, Michael was dissing meme coins. Why are you talking about, why are you saying meme coins are going to be a trend? Well, it's because, like, the biggest change is because I met the next generation of people coming into crypto. I went to these conferences. Sure, you get some old guys, you get some 30-year-olds, 40-year-olds, but you also got the 20-year-olds. Those guys, all those motherfuckers look like fucking Logan Paul. Right? They all got dyed hair. They got the chains. They're trying to look cool, right? They ain't gonna play all these fancy like layers, solution, whatever. They're gonna just look at the fancy pictures and just pick that. All right, that's when I realized, okay, that's the next generation. All right, I can't be here yelling value. You gotta create value proposition. You gotta, change the world. They don't care about changing the world. They just care about fancy pictures. All right, I sound old, but it's true, right? all these new Gen Z guys, they just care about this fancy picture going up. I'm like, okay, cool. If you like that, if you like culture, if the culture is your vibe, I can't use I really cannot use Gen Z slang here. I'm like, I'm old. I'm doxing my age, but that stuff's new to me. But if that's your vibe, cool. I understand you now. I hear you now. Brother. I know your vibe. What's the other word I'm looking for? I'm looking for all those Gen Z brain rot words, but it's like escaping me. BJJ says Floki, what's up with Floki? Bullish? Yeah, oh yeah, they're actually building. For a meme coin, they're actually building. They really understood community takeover. But memes are a little bit different. Memes is different ball game. It's much faster paced. It's not like a buy and forget. I think for the blue chips like Floki, I think that's possible. Like Floki, the leaders of, I think the mascots of particular chains works. So something like Brett for base or Metis, Medusa for Metis. Those kind of work because they become the flagships, and then every coin, every chain needs a flagship. I think that kind of works as a fire forget. But then the other side of meme trading is the fast-paced ones. The ones that you're like constantly on your phone and you're like, okay. And I did that for like literally a month and a half. Just go on your phone and then you're on BullX and you're like, oh yeah, this is going up, I'm trading by an hour or a day basis, like just like taking gains really quickly. That's what worked. Fire and forget didn't really work very well. Right? That's just my kind of mentality. Like memes are like a different animal in terms of research. There's no research, right? It's like you see something fancy, you buy it, 6 hours later you dump it, right? A little bit different. It's a little bit different pace. And yet again, I'm gonna take the lazy approach for now. I'm gonna throw all that content out to alpha drop. All right, that's like I feel like it doesn't really suit box mining as much per se. I feel like it suits alpha drop better, where like we're making content, we're making videos like 3 times a day, right? Because they got the energy, right? That's my secret. That's my last secret. I hire young people, right? That's my last secret. I hire people that are gonna work until midnight for me. All right, that works really well. All right, that's great because that's how crypto works. You don't sleep, right? If you're gonna hire a bunch of people, and this is a mistake I made in the past actually. I actually hired an ex-Facebook guy, I'm not going to dox his name, an ex-media person. She worked at SCMP, South China Morning Post. She was like traditional newspaper-based media companies. I thought that was going to be good, right? Ex-Facebook guys, 15 years experience in the industry, knows everything about like media and all that stuff. Didn't work out. Why? Because they weren't working that hard. They were like, okay, they're very corporate. They're great at setting corporate structures up. They're good at setting these KPIs, but they didn't understand crypto. It takes a while. It takes a degen to know a degen. So this is kind of the change I did mid last year. We kind of focused on alpha drop. We finally focused on a smaller team. I took more full control of this team, and then yeah, the vibe is great right now. So yeah, Martin's doing good. Ron's doing super good, and Ron changed as well a lot. Ron grew a lot, so like I have to give like massive kudos to him. Natalie's still around, but Natalie's not Natalie's not as aggressive. I feel like, no offense to you, man, Natalie. I love you, Natalie. Great person, great person. But you gotta be, it's crypto. You gotta work till you're like almost dead. And yeah, that's the secret. Get young people to do it. Sorry guys, I'm revealing all my secrets here. Get young people. Martin's younger. Martin's like, he actually speaks brain rot. He speaks brain rot. So I don't. I'm a little bit too old for that, but yeah, they know all the degen stuff. So that's it. So guys, yeah, that's the 5 strategies to recap. Right, number 1, Bitcoin, more Bitcoin. You can't go wrong with Bitcoin. Regulation's gonna be centered around improving Bitcoin. That's gonna grow. Bitcoin narrative is the stretch. That's pushing it further. Understanding how Bitcoin can be expanded to just be more than just a currency, but a platform. That's what all these new projects like CoreDAO, like Rootstock, Babylon. They're all growing that platform. Very important to understand the Bitcoin narrative. And when money moves, when those platforms have memes and have all the fun stuff that Ethereum has, it's gonna explode. Airdrops. Alpha Drop is a channel for that, all right? Alpha Drop, we're focusing really hard on airdrops. Lots of videos, lots of work to do, all right? This one is effort and money. It's not just money, all right? You're not gonna win airdrops if you just put money into it. You gotta put effort. Watch the videos, do all the work, all right? So it's not easy doing all the work, clicking buttons. Not easy because it's boring half the time, right? It's like mundane tasks. But when you get a good airdrop, a lot of times it's above $1,000. Sometimes if you're farming that airdrop, you can get $50,000. And if you scale that, holy shit. AI. Look, it might feel a little bit late, all right? And I say this, all right? Farming AI airdrops may be a little bit late. Because when you farm airdrops and you're kind of being part of a community, the reward coins maybe like 6 months, 1 year later. We don't know where it's gonna be, right? We don't know what the massive hype is. Right now, AI is the massive hype. It's gonna come in waves, but for now, AI looking at micro caps. Oh shit, that's where the party is at. And lastly, of course, farming. So this is for the advanced users out there. If you guys have been following me for a long time, you know I love farming. What to do? I'm not say everything here because I feel like there's a lot more to research and there's a lot this video is too short to cover this. But this is like kind of like the directory of the good airdrops with actual money being put there, so you know exactly kind of what's hot in terms of percentages. So yeah, so take a look at that. Take a look, learn it. It was actually not easy learning Pendle. Pendle was like like this stuff is like whoa. 200 IQ. But anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in today. More coming next week. Take a look at Fame AI. I actually really strengthened my position on that because I really believe that they're in a good position right now. Lastly, really good position right now. Low market cap, listed on Bybit. Team that's communicating. Team that's listening to users. Team that's listening to everyone with a very good goal. Ooh, exciting. That's kind of, if you need me to show anything, that's what I'm showing today. That's my one, like that's my like really big investment this year. And I actually really I made videos about this. I got in here, but bought some here, but I really doubled down here. So that's where it's exciting. Anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I love seeing you guys. Hope the audio is good. I hope it's not too much. I've been screaming at the top of my lungs, and I hope the audio is good for you guys. I'll lower the volume a little bit. You should do another airdrop ranking episode. Tell Ron. Yes, Ron should be doing an airdrop ranking episode. I know. We're a little bit chaotic. That's the problem with my team, where we like chasing the new stuff, but then kind of making a good video out of it. It's hard sometimes. So give us a month. Give us a month and we've got like, okay, here's how to start. 1, 2, 3. How to do this. Why it's important. Boom. It's all coming. BJJ, yes. I really putting where action where my words are, because we have the new schedule. Ron can work, and Ron's gonna stream in like a few minutes. So anyways, guys, I'm gonna take off. He's gonna use this room for a sec, but yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in today. Thank you. Great attendance. Great seeing you all.